Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Intan Permata. I'm a college student from University of Pembangunan Nasional Veteran Jakarta, Indonesia. I would like to present my research about the validity and power of proof of electronic signatures that have not been certified in Indonesian law. So, the COVID-19 pandemic that happens to the world because the order of society is changed or new normal. All aspects of life are affected by social distancing policies, one of which is in term of agreements or contract that include signatures. The electronic-based industry is considered to be a very important instrument in pandemic because it's considered to reduce face-to-face meetings that are potentially spreading the COVID-19 virus. So, did the use of electronic signatures continue to increase? But in reality, there are still obstacles in the application of this electronic signature. There is a misguidedness in the community regarding the understanding of legal force of an electronic signatures. There is an assumption that an electronic signature is a manual signature on paper that is then scanned into a computer file as an electronic signature that has not been certified. Meanwhile, electronic signatures that have been certified have been added with the strengthening of electronic certificates, which are then issued by electronic certification institution. So that if there is any modification to the electronic signature that has been certified will be easily detected by the system and reduce the potential misuse of electronic signatures because if the electronic signature hasn't been certified, then the level of security is inadequate and easily falsified. The importance of this research is to provide insight to the public on the urgency of using certified electronic signatures given the rise of cybercrime in terms of data leaks in Indonesia. And these are the research questions. The first one is an uncertified electronic signature can be used and legally valid? And the second one is, what is the legal power of proving an electronic signature that have not been certified as a valid evidence of proof? And these are my a few of my literature review to find a novelty of my research. And the methodology used in this research are juridical normative by discussing the law that conceptualizes as a rule that applies in society and becomes the basis of everyone's behavior. This research also used a statute approach by examining applicable statute or law. Using a secondary data obtained from the research library and analyzed with a juridical qualitative. Certified electronic signature in Article 1, number 12 of law, number 11 of 2008 about information and electronic transaction, explaining the understanding of electronic signatures. Electronic signatures are signatures consisting of electronic information attached, associated, or related to other electronic information used as verification and authentication tools. Electronic signatures issued by certification institution to facilitate a business transaction and as a tool used to certify documents. And then uncertified electronic signature based on Article number 60, paragraph 2, letter B of Government Regulation number 71 of 2019, there are two types of signature called certified electronic signatures and electronic signature that are not certified. Electronic signature is not certified as referred to in paragraph 2, letter B, made without the use of the services of the Indonesian Electronic Certification Institution. And in Article 54, paragraph 1 of Government Regulation number 82 of 2012 concerning about electronic certification institution, explaining the legal consequences of the use of certified or uncertified electronic signature affect the strength of the evidentiary value. An electronic signature that have not been certified as a valid evidence in the law of proof. In the case of proof uncertified electronic signature, using technology that makes electronic signatures difficult to misuse or duplicate. This is due to the protection that is encrypted to every bit of an electronic signature and applies symmetric or asymmetric cryptographic methods to there is a non-repudiation. Then the methods and technologies used are not applied to electronic signatures that are not certified, so the risk of constraints that can be posed in the use of electronic signatures that are not certified is very large. To avoid these risks or obstacles, digital forensic testing is used for the use electronic signatures that uncertified in the event of a dispute. And about the validity of electronic signatures that have not been certified based on the theory of legal certainty, based on the opinion of Jean Michael Otto, the legal certainty of the actual rules is more juridical and conveys the boundaries of certainty of the rules further that interpret the certainty of the rules clearly and consistently. So that when studying his problem using the theory of legal certainty, then it can be concluded that there has been no legal certainty because there is no law that clearly regulates the use of electronic signature that have not been certified along with restriction in their use. Moreover, both existing institution and the government have not consistently implemented the use of certified electronic signatures, so the legal blurring arises. And then the legal power of proving electronic signatures that have not been certified as a valid evidence based on the theory of proof law, based on law number 11 of 2008 on information and electronic transaction regarding the regulation of information, documents, and electronic signatures contained in Article 5 to Article 12 of the Electronic Information and Transaction. It's generally state that electronic documents are a valid legal proof tool, so that electronic signature have legal force and legal consequences. And the use of electronic signatures must be in accordance with the requirement as stated in Law number 11 of 2008 about information and electronic transaction regarding the legal requirement of electronic signatures must be attached to electronic information. Any modification can be detected and there must be inherent and associated with the electronic signature. It It can then be concluded that an electronic signature that hasn't been certified doesn't meet as electronic documents as a valid proof tool and can prove itself. However, based on the theory of free proof or the theory of proof law that assert that assert it, that assert that the judge has the freedom to judge the means of evidence received from the parties to the dispute, put evidence under the law and assert the law, so that electronic signatures that haven't been certified can still be filed, filed as a filed as a filed as an evidence. So the conclusion is electronic signatures that have not been certified can be used and recognized by law and have the power of evidentiary value, although relatively less strong or weak, because it can still be denied by the concerned and relatively easily modified by others. And there is a point of difference between the uncertified and certified that located in its power in the law, because the signature that is not certified is only regulated in the government regulation, not in the law, and there is no certainty in its legal protection. And then the second one is the strength of proof. The strength of proving an certified electronic signature is relatively weak because it cannot prove itself and doesn't have a safeguard that detects modification as a certified electronic signature, so that there is an obstacles that can be posed in the use of uncertified electronic signature are very large. And to avoid the risks and obstacles, digital forensic testing of the use of electronic signature that has not been certified in the event of a dispute. In addition, electronic signatures that have not been certified are not in accordance with the requirement as required in Law Number 11 of 2008 concerning about information and electronic transaction regarding the electronic documents as a valid means of proof, because in their use cannot be accounted for. However, it can still be submitted as an evidence based on the theory of free proof that asserts that the judge has the freedom to judge the means of evidence received from the disputing parties, but evidence to under the law and evidence to that are outside the law. And a recommendation for the government and the institution, that the government should clearly regulate the legal power and legal restriction on the use of electronic signatures that have not been certified to provide legal certainty to a user of electronic signatures that are certified. And the second one is the government should immediately pass regulations that regulate strictly the urgency of the use of electronic signatures that have been certified, so that there is no legal blur regarding the validity and power of electronic signatures that have not been certified, considering to cybercrime is increasingly rife with the time, so as to provide legal certainty for user of electronic signature that have not been certified. So that's all of my presentation. I hope my research will be useful in the future. Thank you.